Hey folks, on today's video, post spawn, water's running in the 65 to 68, pushing 70 some places. We're gonna fish for post spawn crappie with grubs, 2-inch grubs. Let's go see if we can catch some fish. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank you for watching Fishing Lake Country. Let's go fishing, guys. All right, guys, pitching the grub today. Feel like a pretty nice fish. Wow, it is a nice fish. Now, I'll be honest with you, I threw a bright color the first time and they'd fall, it wouldn't hit it, so now I'm playing the color game. Oh, it's a nice fish. Oops. This is a big sun perch. Hey, I thought this was going to be a crappie. Look at this red ear. My gosh. It's trophy size, guys. I'm serious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me hit my spot lock real fast, guys. I walked away from my trolling motor. I've got some big ones through the years, but I think this is the biggest one I ever caught. I believe it is. I ought to take him over here to the store in the marina. Oh my gosh, what a fish. Told you I thought it was a nice crappie. Come here. Got his mouth open. Look at that. Good gosh, what a big one. Look at him. Guys, there's my hand. Try to make sure y'all can see. Look, there's my hand. Look how big he is. Gosh, guys, he's huge. And where's my hook at? Oh, it done came out of his mouth. It's laying there in the net. I don't know if my scale. Keep on saying we'll buy me a new scale. My scale's old, guys, but it reads in tenths. So I'm gonna get one reading pounds and ounces. This reads in pounds and tenths. I'm gonna give y'all, that's a big fella. Look at the belly on this thing, guys. Look at that. I don't know what to compare him to. I know it's hard to compare a fish to something like that. When y'all watch. Now, this is a 1,000 size reel. Woo, what a monster. I think it's the biggest one I ever caught. I've caught some big ones. Let's see what he weighs. He weighs 1.5, weighs 1.5 pounds. 1.5 pounds. That's what he weighs, guys. 1.5 pounds red ear. That's a nice one, isn't it? Y'all gonna notice I've got a new system here set up on my LiveScope. I've got it where I can move it to both sides. Now, my old handmade handle was fine. Somebody asked me about that a couple of weeks ago and asked me to make a video on how to make it and stuff, and I appreciate that. But one of the reasons I didn't want to go into all that with y'all was it was okay. It worked, okay? It worked. But it's not as guys, it's not as nice as the factory system. And that's why one of the reasons I didn't go into it at the time with you. That's a decent little crappie. He's probably 9.5. Okay, guys, I'm throwing grubs today, and I made a video last year throwing grubs. After the spawn, or right during after the spawn, during the spawn, post spawn, grubs are really good. All right, and that's what I'm using them today. Yeah, there's a lot of the baits I can use, and what I'm doing is an old road coming in right here. Y'all can see it right there. See the blacktop to the right of that shed. It comes right inside that boathouse, and the road runs out through there. Then it drops off like an old culvert or something right out in there. It drops off to about 12 feet real fast, and the crappie on the edge of that drop. Okay, guys, this is what I'm looking at. I said set my other depth finder up. Set my other camera up with my depth finder. All right there. And also, I said that red ear shell cracker weighed 1.6 pounds. He weighed 1.5 pounds. My scale's reading 1/10 of an ounce, so 1.5 is 1.5 pounds. There's 8 ounces in 1/2 pound. Duh. He weighed 1 pound and 8 ounces. I know one of y'all done said that to yourself. Dennis. Yeah, you're right. He weighed 1 pound and 8 ounces, guys. I don't care whose book you're in, that was a big one. All right, see my boat's moving me around. See how I moved? All right, some scattered ones there too. Look at there. These are crappie. All right, you can see it's falling right here. And if I go to the other side of it, let's go here. See, as we go out, see how fast it's falling? Really fast, okay? But they're right on the edge of that drop. Look, see, it's, look right here. That's cause it drops right there, okay? It's a little hole right there. It's a place where the road or old culvert used to be, where they built the lake and they took it out. They're hanging right on that drop, guys. Let's see if we can catch a few more grubs. I'm gonna switch a couple colors. When they quit on me, I'm throwing a smoke grub right now. PowerBait smoke grub, 2-inch. I think I was a little too far left that time. I'm not looking for my bait, because I'm trying to, well, I got one of them. I'm trying to cast 35, 40 feet, guys. So I'm really not looking for my bait. I'm trying to stay back from the fish. I showed you on the depth finder. The only thing I done was I moved right about 10 feet a while ago, just trying to give them a different angle. I was sitting out there, out the way I'm facing now, and I came in 10 or 15 feet to reposition my boat. Don't be afraid to do that. Sometimes the angle that your bait comes across them can make a difference too. And that's why I done that. Trying to get a few more bites. Well, see there? What did I tell y'all about the white perch? I didn't think that was a crappie, but I, you know, didn't feel right, but I just kept reeling. Just keep reeling. That's a nice one too. Steve be proud of me. Y'all ever watch Steve? I know I asked that a lot. Nobody ever comments. Nobody ever comments. Yeah, I watch Steve. Steve is a common lander. He fishes for white perch. He fishes for crappie. His last video, he's fishing for crappie. He calls himself the old fisherman. I comment on his video. He seemed like a really nice guy. All right, let me make sure I'm recording, guys. Sometimes I get home and I don't have nothing. But that's a nice one for a white perch. That's not what I'm after, but hey, he bites me, right? You reel him in. Well, guys, little grubs catch everything. You gotta love it, don't you? He see how far he jumped out of the water? And he's not very big. I don't have a 2-pound test either, so. All right. This is just one little 48 ounce head. And, oh, I see you. You're a jumper. Come here. And I tell you, it's right here in his mouth. He ain't got it bad. I said that about a crappie. He ain't very big, guys. He might be 9.5, 10 inches. But on 2-pound test, you know, he was a little bit of a fight, wasn't he? Hey, guys, I'm on another day here. I got ran off yesterday evening by a thunderstorm. Guys, I think I found one. Guys, I'm just covering some ground this morning. I'm telling you, I said this yesterday. Like I said, this is day 2. I said that on the bass I caught. I don't know if he's going to be in the video sometimes, but anyway. I'm going to go over here. We've had rain for 4 days. It's been flooding. I know Michigan places flooding. We're here. We're expecting this lake to come on up some more too. Well, he's a decent fish, guys. He's probably 10.5. 10. I think he's 10 and 11/16. I'm jumping around. I done covered some ground. I done covered I'm about 6 or 7 miles before I started. And what I'm doing this morning, I'm throwing grubs. And since the fishing's so tough. All right, here's a point. Here's a tip too for guys, I reckon. You know, a lot of times I tell you I'm in a new area, I'm looking. I'm not doing that today. Because I know yesterday and the fishing is so tough right now, all this rain. I'm going back to places where I've caught fish. Now, I've been here before. I was here a couple weeks ago. Last time I was here. On a guide trip the other day, I brought somebody here and fished this cove, and we done really good in this whole cove. There's some stumps in the back that they like. Water is 66 degrees, almost 67. So if you're having trouble catching fish, go back to some of the areas if you caught them in the last week or two and just start over. Start jumping places, because they do move a lot, okay? They do move. But they do have places they tend to like. And I've said this before also, without repeating myself on other videos. They like certain docks. It seems like for whatever reason, it's a little brush there or stump. But don't think that they stay there all the time. I have fished docks one day and it was loaded with crappie. I see them on my LiveScope. I go back the next day, 2 days later, and there's not one fish there. Okay, but sometimes they don't go far. Sometimes just look around that cove or go out to the main channel and start checking some of the first docks on the main channel. because they start to move toward their summer patterns post spawn, so they're starting to move toward deeper water. All right, guys, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm seeing if I keep the sun off of you. I'm trying to get, there you go. There's what I'm seeing on this dock. Some scattered crappie right there. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to block the sun with my body. Right? There's a scattered crappie on that dock, guys. It's a few there. It's a couple, it's a little bit of something there. But they're hard to catch. I was getting ready to say I'm gonna switch colors to the next cast, and this is my last cast with this color, and when that one hit it. Now, guys, I've made about 6 or 8 casts. He's a decent fish. 6 or 8 casts. Oh, come here. I see it in your face. I'm trying to go behind my compartment. Guys, I net on top of this compartment all the time, and I notice when I get home sometimes there's a little bit of water in there. The worst thing about these aluminum boats is the compartments are not sealed as nice as fiberglass. You can get a little leakage. You know, that's he's not a monster, guys. He's 10 and a quarter. All right, guys. Got one off this stump. That's a nice one too. That's full of sun perch there too. I've seen a bunch of sun perch, and I actually didn't see but a few crappie there, I think. I just lost a big one up off of a tree up here. I mean, it was a nice crappie. This is a nice one. The one I lost was bigger than this one, I think. Oh, this is a nice one. I told you I thought it was a couple decent ones there. Look at this one, guys. Bam! What do y'all think of that one? Let me get you where y'all can see. What y'all think of that one? Y'all want to measure that one? Start guessing. On that pumpkin seed, and I threw a couple colors at these fish right here, and that's the only color right now I seem to be paying attention to. All right, I'm gonna lay him here on my deck. You ready? That's a nice crappie. Get your nose up there. All right, guys, look here. Look here. He's a touch over 15. He's about at 15 inches. Okay? There's your 15-inch crappie right there, guys. Something cut me there. I don't know what that was. I didn't feel it. But I could have done that work. And guys, you know, you work with lumber and stuff. Stuff like that happens, doesn't it? All right, guys. Nice crappie. Thank you, sir. That was a nice. Enjoy catching them. Whoa, I love catching those big crappie. All right, guys. There's those fish on the stump. That's where I caught the big one. See, there's a couple big marks there. There's not many fish there. Now, I've caught them off the stump before in other videos. When you find a place like this, it's not in very deep water, but it's post-spawn, the water's 66 degrees. When you find something like that, go back and check on it. Now, I've been here probably 5 times in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and see, there's a couple nice ones right there. And I've caught them there. I've caught them here a couple times, okay? That's what I was saying earlier. If you got a good spot, go back and check it, especially when the fishing's tough. Go check your good spots. If you got a LiveScope, it makes it a little faster, guys, because you can look and see if something there can go on. But they don't stay there all the time. I came here one time, there wasn't a crappie on that stump. And I came back that evening, a couple hours later, and there was some here. Sometimes I think what they do, they go walkabout. They go out running around looking for something to eat, looking for a school of shad. And I showed y'all clips of crappie eating shad, running through the schools. If a school of shad comes by here, they're gonna go with that school of shad for a little ways and try to eat some of them. You know, they may stay with them for a while, who knows? But finally, sooner or later, they'll come back here. And what they're gonna do, as the water gets warmer, they're gonna leave it. When this water gets up in the 70s, they'll disappear, and I'll never see them here again till fall. So I'll come back this fall and I'll find them here again. But that's what they'll do. They'll go in this main channel and they'll get in 25, 30 foot of water, and they'll be very hard to find. July, August, probably to the end of September, they can be very hard to find. That's a nice one too, I think, guys. Acts like he is. I tell you, they're not easy to get the hit on that stump. I've probably been, no, he's decent. He's like a white crappie. Don't catch many of them here. He's probably been 15 minutes at least. And I've thrown a couple times. I sit down a couple minutes and you know, like I said, I don't. Worst thing you probably do sometimes is give them a chance to forget about you. I'll say go on. Now I'm gonna go back to a couple of these places I caught fish this morning on the way back through. He's on that. Yeah, that's a white crappie. Now guys, that's the 4th white crappie I've caught this year. Only the 4th one. He's about 9.5. There's not many in this lake. Alright. You know, I caught a nice one last year. It was 16 inches white crappie. But that's the biggest white crappie I've ever caught in this lake. Alright guys, I come back to the dock. I told you I was gonna come back. They're still not easy to catch. I've been here. Oh, I've made about 10 casts, maybe. 10.5. All right, see here. That half a cast was something else too. All right. He's fun size. He's fun size. Okay. He's like a, oh, look at that. Fell right out of his mouth. That's the pumpkin seed chartreuse tail yum. He's like a pack of those fun size M&M. Just enough to get you excited. Don't take long to get to the bottom of the bag, does it? Outro. Take 2. Hey folks, we caught some fish, didn't we? Okay, I was using this little 7-foot rod. I use a lot, the Shakespeare rod at 20 bucks, guys. You know, and there's what I was caught a lot of the fish on. It's pumpkin seed, chartreuse tail. Had a piece of galt minnow on there. Galt minnow, it's just like using a crappie nibble. That's all I'm doing. We used to use the little maggots, and we used to use PowerBait maggots. You know the little maggots? We used to use them all the time. And guys, I've got a huge box of colors here. You name it, I've got it. I even got red. Red chartreuse tail. You look how the chartreuse has got. I've had these a long time. Like I told you, I caught them on sale one time at the local bait shop, and it was, I think what they done, I think Yum changed them. They came in a little plastic box. I think now they only come in a bag, and I don't think Yum makes them like this anymore. The ribs, this was a great grub. Why they quit making these, I don't know. Perfect size for crappie, little skinny body, great tail action. If you run across some guys, these old Yum, they're good. But here was the best colors for me today. This is a Southern Pro, Wally World. This was the Yum, pumpkin chartreuse tail, and this was a PowerBait smoke. That seemed to be the best today, and I tried black and blue, and I tried a lot of colors, guys. Hey, it's post-spawn, the water's running in the high 60s. Fish are holding on stumps, end of docks and everything. While they're 10 feet, 12 feet and less, it's a good time to throw a grub, especially like on this stump. It's open water, you throw past it real back, throw into grass. If you're fishing 4 or 5 foot of water lay downs, grubs are fine, guys. A little twisty tail gets them going sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta find the color that you want. Fishing today is very tough. It was tough yesterday. We've had 4 days of rain. It's flooding all over the country, guys. This is after this huge rains, flooding in Michigan. The lakes will come up here. Kerr Lake has come up like 4 feet. Expected to come up 9 the next couple of days. So, you know, when you have weather like that, the fishing can be tough. But we caught some fish. And that's why I had to use the gulp piece. I'd catch a couple and they'd quit on me, and I'd give another bite or two with that. It helps a little sometimes, guys. I'm not saying it's a miracle thing, but it helps you a little bit. Hey, fishing lake country, just trying to share a couple things with you, what I'm doing, how I'm catching fish. Hope it helps you. Guys, we learn from each other. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, guys. It helps us here on YouTube, and we'll see you next time on Fishing Lake Country. See ya.